someone who oversees an entire ISP in a variety of different departments, I'm really excited about learning more about each and every phase of the implementation and management of an ISP, and learning about which funding opportunities are out there, and hearing from other communities who are going through similar challenges like we are. And it's just nice to know that you're not alone, and to hear about some of the creative ways tribes have been able to overcome their challenges.
There's vendors here definitely trying to target it on some of them to better understand their product lines and offerings.
I'm most excited to learn about what's going on in Indian country around workforce development. One of our missions at Digital Connect is to encourage workforce development in Gila River and Indian country more broadly, and bringing native folks into the ICT field. That's Information and Communication Technologies field.
Oh, the environment is so huge. I remember when we first started this conference back pre-COVID, it was down in Mescalero, and I believe we only had like 100 people. And since that time till now, we've pretty much grown huge.
Conference environment is awesome. Vendors are great. It's great seeing a lot of these guys. The speakers are awesome. The panels are great. The atmosphere itself is it's really good. I mean, seriously, it's kind of electric.
Every time it comes around, I see a lot of my colleagues and familiar faces, and it's just exciting to hear their progress and to hear about how things are going across Indian country, and it's always fun to report how things are going on our side.
So coming into this, I've been kind of hopping between different like tribal broadband events, primarily like the Tribal Broadband Boot Camps, which there was a one-day event here. So I got to know a lot of people already.
I spoke with a gentleman who, again, was kind of asking a bunch of questions about how, where do they go from here? We received our grant money. We know we're going to get X amount of dollars. This is where we kind of want to end up at the end of the day. How do we get there? Speaking with him and a couple of other people that are from smaller tribes, making those contacts with them, it's been really beneficial to me to be able to kind of step back and be like, wow, I kind of do know a little bit of stuff.
All I've had is great feedback on just the fact that we've put together a very good conference, one that people can come back to.
This is the best place to meet tribal broadband leaders. I've developed some great relationships with neighboring tribes and tribes across the country.
And nationally, I've made connections with folks, again, around the area of workforce development, digital equity, and just seeing how broadband is a growing field in Indian country, and making sure that we put it to the most beneficial use for our tribal members.
I guess the uses of the internet, the resources that it provides for them, being able to give them that tool to know how to make it work for them.
We're in the process of developing an apprenticeship program, and talking with folks here has helped me think about different ways we can roll that out strategically and make sure that we are expanding our reach so that we encourage people to join the workforce, but also meet their needs.
There is a mixed environment here at the conference of wireless and fiber, and the big thing that everybody seems to be going after is the fiber, which is good. That's definitely the route to go for broadband. But one of the initiatives that we are doing at Acorn Wireless underneath the utility is the Murder of Missing Indigenous Women's movement. And so we believe that there is a use case for both fiber and wireless. So it's nice to be able to talk to the wireless providers as well to try and develop a solution where we might have 911 services everywhere wirelessly on their cell phone, versus just having Wi-Fi calling, which is limited to somebody's house that you know the Wi-Fi password to.
Well, there's not very many of them, to tell you the truth. We're making professionals out of everybody. You've got to come to the conference to be able to know that.
Whether you're an advanced tribe, already know everything that you need to do to get broadband to your community, that's awesome. Maybe there's a different idea here that you can experience from. If you're just starting out and you don't know what step to take, there's also those people that can help you make that first step. And it's definitely a trusted environment.
We've been tasked with a very challenging journey, and you don't have to do it alone. Nobody can do it alone. And if you're looking to meet like-minded individuals who are going through similar challenges, this is the place to be. This is where you're going to meet them, bounce ideas off of each other, and just really great networking and great connections. So when you run into a problem, chances are somebody here has had something similar and found a way around it.
Get to NTTA because it's a great environment to network. It's a great environment. NTIA is here, a fellow from the FCC is here, USAC is here. I mean, it's a great time to meet with these people that you normally wouldn't even, be able to get a one-on-one time with. You're gonna meet a lot of vendors, a lot of good people looking to help, and a lot of resources.
That's what I'd say. Come to learn. Or get food,
Like I said, NTTA has grown a lot, but I think we still have a long ways to go. A lot of growth potential out there. And so I know that there are a lot of folks who couldn't make it to NTTA Summit this time around, and I hope to see them at the next one.
We're all trying to get together to be able to talk the same language, and broadband is that. Let's talk the same language, What's your GPON? How do I get XGS GPON? 10 gigabyte services. Those are some of the things that people are looking at. Those are kind of the standards that we're trying to build, and building that base foundation of what people need to know to be able to make informed decisions and build their broadband networks for the future.